Hey guys, my name is Lily and today I want to present to you the Zendure power station, and this model is the SuperBase Pro 2000, and that really matters because actually there are two of these power stations, and one is made with NMC batteries which has 2096 watt hours, and that is this model here, and Zendure also has made a second model which is made with lifeboat batteries, but it only has roughly 1500 watt hours. So this is the bigger model, and 2000 watt hours is enough that you can run a medium-sized refrigerator or freezer for at least 24 hours. So that's really good, and if you want to prepare for a potential power outage or blackout, then this is definitely a device that you can get. Okay, now let's take a closer look at this power station here, and as you can see, the housing is made from ABS plastic. It comes with a very sturdy handle, and what I really like about this power station is that you have this collapsible travel handle, and you can actually move the power station around like a trolley, because here at the side you can see some wheels, and this makes it really easy to transport and to move around this power station. This power station has almost 22 kilograms, so it's quite heavy. Now for me it's not a problem because I can lift objects up to 25 kilograms, but I see a problem for elderly people. So with most power stations you have to lift them off the ground to move them around, and this is the first power station that I see which has proper wheels, industrial grade wheels, and also this power station has this collapsible handle, and with this everybody can move around the power station. So if you are living in an apartment or if you have a basement where you store this unit, then in case of a power outage you just take the handle like this and you tilt the power station and you can easily move it around your house or apartment. Okay, now let's take a look at the power station itself. So this model, as I said before, has 2096 watt hours, which is quite a lot. And here you can see at the display it's charged to 100%, but when I got the power station it was charged to only like 40 or 50%. So then I plugged in the power station to my AC wall outlet, and I noticed that it's charging the power station with 1800 watts, and that's really fast. So you can recharge the entire power station from 0 to 100% in under 2 hours, and that's amazing. That's really good. So this is one way how you can recharge the power station. But of course, if you do not have electricity anymore for whatever reason, maybe there's a downed tree in front of your house which has destroyed the power line, or maybe there's a blackout or another reason why there's no electricity, you can also recharge this power station with solar cables, for example. So here we have a solar cable. Actually, I want to show you this one first. So this is the solar cable which connects to the solar panels with MC4 connectors, and then you have this XD60 connector which is connecting into the input of the power station. And with this solar cable you can recharge the power station with a maximum of 600 watts. Now 600 watts, that's actually really good, and it will recharge the power station in about 4 hours. Now what's important to know is with this solar cable you can only connect solar panels that have a output between 12 volts and 60 volts. If you have a bigger solar panel on your roof, then you need to use this cable here. This is a really strange cable. This is a solar cable that connects to the solar panel with MC4 connectors, but then at the other side you have this AC plug, so it goes into the same plug as you would use with your wall outlet. So with this solar cable you can connect really big solar panels which have 60 volts to 160 volts, and that's quite a large solar panel. That's something that somebody would have installed at a roof. That's not a small panel anymore. But it's really great that you have this option, so pretty awesome. And also, if you are having some bigger solar panels on your roof, the charging goes quicker again. So with this solar cable, you can recharge the power station with up to 1800 watts again. With this one, it's only at 600 watts. So these are the free cables that you get to recharge your power station. There's also another optional cable which can connect to the 12 volt outlet in your car. But with those cables, I believe it needs 19 hours to recharge the power station. So it's quite a long time. But actually, if you're driving, so if you have to bug out and if you are taking your power station with you, you can just put it on your front seat and then connect it to the 12 volt plug in your car. And if you're driving, you can recharge the power station this way. So there's another option, but it's taking 19 hours to recharge the power station this way. So that's quite a long time. Okay, now let's check out this side of the power station. So here you have the input and a reset button actually. So here the XT60 connector is plugged in and the maximum is 60 volts and 10 amperes. Then you have the normal AC plug socket. And you even have a ground, so you can ground this power station, which is great. And the awesome thing is that you can recharge the power station with using multiple cables. So you can either connect the power station to the grid, but you also simultaneously can connect the power station to a solar panel. Or you can connect one solar panel to the power station and another one. So you can connect two solar panels, and that's really awesome. And then you can recharge this power station much faster. So if you combine these two, for example, you can recharge the power station with 2400 watts. So in under 1 hour, the entire power station is recharged, and that's great. Okay, so now let's take a look what kind of devices you can connect to this power station. So first of all, you have 3 of those 5521 barrel plugs, and those give you a regulated 13.6 volts. Then also at the side here you can see that you have one outlet, and this is just a regular cigarette lighter outlet which is working for 12 volt appliances, and it's also regulated, so it has 13.6 volts. Now these 4 ports are output only USB delivery ports, so it's not standard USB-A, and this is why you will get an adapter that you plug in into the DP USB, and then you can use your devices. Also at this side here you can see 4 outlets for AC, and the inverter, which is inside, is a 2000 watts inverter. Now inside of this power station we can find a 2000 watts inverter with the capability to deliver surges of 4000 watts. So if you have any appliances with 2000 watts, then this station is working for you. Also, this inverter is a pure sine wave inverter, which means that you can connect all devices. This is especially important if you have devices like fridges, freezers and ACs which have a compressor. So for those it's really important that you have a pure sine wave, and I'm really glad that they have put a pure sine wave inverter inside of this power station. Now the cool thing is that with the Zendure companion app you can actually switch on the amp up mode, and that enables the user to use power hungry devices like coffee makers and power tools that need up to 3000 watts. So what the inverter is doing is it's reducing the voltage, and this way it can have a higher current up to 3000 watts for a short period of time, and then you can also use some power tools and a coffee maker. Now the next great thing about the Zendure power station is that it has a built-in UPS, and that means it automatically switches from AC power to battery if the AC power for some kind of reason is not working anymore. So let's say, for example, you have this fish tank and you want to go on holiday. And you want to make sure that the filter and the oxygen is working even if you're gone, even if there's a blackout or a power outage. So in that case, you would plug in the power station into your normal AC outlet, and then you would plug in your fish tank, all of the stuff that you have, the filter and the pump, into here, into the outlet of the power station. You switch it on. You also want to make sure that you switch on the AC outlet. Okay, so then you go on holiday, and then what will happen is that there's a blackout. You're not there because you're maybe in a foreign country and you're worried about your fish tank. So the good thing is that even if this is plugged in, the power station will automatically switch to the battery at the inside, and this happens really fast. So even if you plug in a computer, it's fast enough so that the computer is still alive and it doesn't shut down. And that's really important that it's happening fast. Now for the fish tank, it's not so important that it switches over to the battery in, I don't know, a few milliseconds, but for other devices it is. So then your fish tank is still working even if a power outage hits your region, and your fish will still be alive when you come home. Alright, so this is the UPS. The other great thing is that this device has a 4G modem built in, so you can connect to your power station from anywhere in the world, and that's a great thing. That's awesome. So you can check your power station, see how it's doing, how much it is charged. And last but not least, what this power station has is a built-in GPS. So the location of the power station can be tracked by the company, and if, for example, some burglars break into your house while you're gone on holiday, you can contact the company Zendure and they will send you the location of your power station. And that's great for protecting your device against theft. Okay guys, so it's time to make a 24-hour test. And here we have a small freezer which is full with stuff, food and meat. Mostly it's meat and also other like French fries. And this freezer only needs like 133 kilowatts per hour in the year. Now let's switch on the AC. So now I want to wait until the freezer is coming on again, because with freezers they switch on and off. It really depends what your setting is. So now I have this setting at mid. So now let's see. Okay, it's switched on. Okay, so for a brief second it was using like almost 400 watts, but this was only the initial current, so now it is down to 45 watts. And the display says that with this low wattage we can run the freezer for 29 hours. Okay, so now the time is almost 6 o'clock, so I will come back to you in 24 hours and then we will see how much wattage this device really used. Alright, so it's exactly 24 hours later. Now let's check out the status of the battery. 45%. So that's pretty good actually. Okay guys, so this was the 24-hour test of the Zendure SuperBase Pro 2000, and I think it's a great device. I think it will definitely help you out in a blackout situation. Now if you hook up this power station to a solar panel, I believe that if you have, you know, a lot of sun that you might get through for a longer period of time. It really depends on if it's summer and winter time, if it's raining, or if there's a lot of sunshine, of course. But you could pretty much run the system indefinitely, and it really depends on what size of solar panels you have. So yeah, that's pretty awesome, and I really like this power station. I think it's the best prep that you can have right now in Europe, and if you're interested in purchasing this power station, then please check out the link in the description below. Thank you for watching guys, and stay tuned till next time.